All right, guys, what's going on? Happy New Year to everybody. Winding down on this day, and also two more full days into, and then we're off to the New Year. So it's going to be pretty interesting next couple of days, see what the market does. But just so you guys know, I am I'll probably be out most of the day tomorrow. I might be around pre-market, but then boarding our flight in the morning, so off to Hawaii, and I'll be back the following week. However, I will still be definitely in the group chats and whatnot. I'll still do next week's watch list in Hawaii, and also will also do any updates on plays or anything like that. So don't worry, I'm not fully gone on vacation. Whenever I'm on vacation, I'm working anyway. So let's talk about today. So I only made a few plays today. And the first, I'll talk about some of the mindset or talk about the strategy that I went into today. So first we played QQQ, we played Tesla, and then we also played Facebook. Everything on the put side. So I didn't touch barely touched any calls today. I even played Amazon on my own. I didn't call it out or anything like that, but Amazon's just completely stuck. So this market's pretty weird. But let's just go ahead and dig into. We can see Tesla dropping right now. Just looking at the charts here. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right, I'm gonna go into the QQQ here. So I think part of trading is obviously being prepared for the day, right? And also being prepared and convicted in your mindset. What you're reading from the charts is accurate, and what you're reading from the charts, you can make those moves, right? I'm not saying I'm 100% correct. You guys know that. However, when we really catch a good side on the market, I think we really think pretty hard. So let's talk about QQQ, and I'll kind of step out here as I was preparing for today. Yesterday, I was primarily looking at the 1 hour chart. Okay, so this was yesterday. Nice bump in the afternoon. We can see that. As far as yesterday's candle, we know that was a pretty decent engulfing candle. Okay, it's pretty solid red. Whenever you have long, lower shadows, upper wicks, you know what to do, right? So I knew that at least for today, QQQ was going to reattempt or test the 400 and even the 399 level. Okay, so I had a pretty good feeling on that. So what I did this morning is I played the pretty close in the money. I did the 400 puts for, I believe, 1231 or so. And so I bought them and pretty early in the morning, probably on this candlestick here, because what I was noticing was that when QQQ finds a direction, it's pretty. You can easily, most of the time, you can easily tell, right? Pretty choppy in the morning, and then a big drop with this knife here, and that's when I sold the calls pretty much right after this knife. On the 5-minute candle. So as you know, I trade off the 5-minute candles. So what I was looking for was weakness around these clouds here. And I knew that the chances and the probability of taking a big step down on the Q was likely going to happen. I didn't know it was going to drop this quick in a 5-minute candle, but it did, and thank God. And so we walked away with 40% on the Q puts. I played a few calls on the upside, and then I actually overextended my third play on Qs today on the puts. I didn't throw it out there. I did actually. I was going to hold it overnight, but then it started pumping into the towards the end of the day. I just didn't like that. So it's definitely more riskier for calls or even puts to be held overnight. We have to see what the market does tomorrow. So as far as the market goes tomorrow, as far as Q goes, we're looking at a daily doji here. Okay, so there's some indecision in the market. This doesn't necessarily mean a morning star or evening star or a bullish, doji or even a bearish doji. It just means that if you look at NASDAQ, it's kind of at an inflection point. Where are we going in 2022? So for sure, tomorrow, I'll still play QQQ. I probably will lean more bullish in the morning. And probably fade out in the afternoon or towards the late morning. But I'll play probably the first 35 hour, and then I got to take off. So that's it for QQQ. So what's going on with what happened with Tesla? So let's take a look at the mindset and the strategy on Tesla today. So pretty simple setup here, right? I know that a lot of you guys are totally bullish on Tesla. I get it. It's cool. Long term, I think Tesla will do great, but I got to follow the trends here. We know on a daily perspective, it's developing this gigantic pattern, okay, or pennant. It keeps getting rejected. Number 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th rejection yesterday with this candlestick here at the downward downline trend reverse or downline trend resistance. Okay, so now we got a hammer on the daily, sort of. Okay, so we'll see. But the problem here is that can Tesla will Tesla either consolidate in this range 1087? It looks like it wants to stay within this range, so it might be bullish if you want to take long-term calls. But if it doesn't hold these levels tomorrow, or you might get even a pre-market pump. And I knew that pre-market pump was very suspect, so I went ahead with the puts, and we did 1070 puts. Now, some of you are asking me, well, how did you come up with the 1070 puts? The 1070 puts really arise. If I go to the 2-hour chart on Tesla, I'll kind of show you guys how I come up with 1070. Let's see, 1070 is right here. So I put it right about this volume shelf here, okay? And also I'm using my EMA clouds, right? So you see the EMA clouds here, the 34 EMA right here. It tested it this morning on a 2-hour chart and then bounced away, okay? So I knew I couldn't get, I knew there was a particular range that I could play this down to. It actually hit 1070 and went down to 1064. So that was really good, right? Now, as soon as it started developing strength on the 5-minute chart, I needed to get out with the put. So Tesla paid out very nicely for me today. Just happened to be on the right side, a lot of preparation, but it worked out well. So you can see, at least on the 2-hour chart, that Tesla is very bullish in terms of 2-hour chart because it's holding that 34 cloud. Now, the problem here for tomorrow, going into tomorrow, is that is it going to hold the 8 and 21? Here on the 8 and 21 EMA, you have a death cross, okay, on the 2-hour chart. So we have to see what happens tomorrow. If you like, you can go flip over to the 1-hour chart and you kind of see the same thing. It's kind of there's an inflection point around here, okay, with Tesla, whether it's going to go down from here or go up from here. Now, if you look at my chart here, it is making lower lows, okay. Same flat triple top resistance here at 1120 levels or 1115, 1120 levels. So this is going to get interesting. If it pumps tomorrow, I would probably take some calls. I'm sorry, puts in the morning, and then it probably flies again. So, but it all really depends on what SPY does. And SPY actually did pretty well today, up $1 on SPY, and QQQ is only down by a few pennies at this point. So anyway, so that's Tesla. All right, let's talk about Facebook real quick. And we did Facebook for about 33% today. I think what happened for me today, if I could just be honest, is that we found good setups on the bear side. Now we just got to go find some stocks on the bull side or a bear side or whatever. But we know that the Facebook had a triple top yesterday, right? Deep triple top here. Low of the day was 341.68. So my estimate for at least the next couple of days, maybe it'll depend again, depending on how QQQ does tomorrow. But I get a sense that there's going to be some selling pressure going into the weekend. Okay, so maybe Thursday will be okay, but Friday, just be careful. But Facebook looks like it's going to come back to 340 level for sure. If that breaks, then it's going to come back into channel, which is literally like the 330 level. So I'm still interested in Facebook puts or Meta, whatever, for tomorrow as well. So I will be watching these 3 names. So I'm going to keep flipping most likely tomorrow. Tesla, Facebook, QQQ, Google. If you guys watch my watch list yesterday, Google actually tanked down to 29.12 or so today. I actually did not play Google. Was focused more on Qs and the Teslas. But here on Google, you have an inflection point as well, or a decision point. Is it going to go down, go up? And we don't quite know. And we know that there is that same thing with Tesla, this resistance here. All right, heavily rejected here yesterday on Google. So I'll watch this tomorrow as well. So we also did pretty good on Stern today as well. So I got in like under 5 something, 5. I forgot what the alert was, but it's at 608 now, so it's good. I did sell most of my shares at 503. I don't hold any right now. I'm pretty interested in Stern. Popping over to $7 mark looks pretty strong, even though the markets are kind of weird today. Certainly Fubo, OCGN, SPY did not do well. So IWM continues to suffer and grind away. There's just no love for the small caps. All right, going into tomorrow, I want to look for an opportunity to take Apple for long, and I'll talk about Moo in a second. All right. As far as the daily chart, you can clearly see that this is a cup and handle, pretty good one. Now, it might even pull back to 177 or maybe 176 for a full cup and handle, but it looks pretty good. If you look at the 1 hour chart, same thing. It's kind of holding the 3450 clouds. All right. You have the 8 and 21 crossover on the 1 hour chart. Okay. You have a volume shelf here at the 1 hour chart as well. So if I were to say, I think I would be pretty bullish about this tomorrow from the looks of it. It looks like the bulls are just hanging on to Apple. It's even green at this point. So I would say February, even March calls, just to reduce some of the volatility, 180 calls. I would be interested in this tomorrow. All right. So I'll put this on my watch list tomorrow. QQQ, Facebook, Tesla. I think, if I'm not mistaken, don't hate me, guys, but I think Tesla is going to go lower. And I remember calling out Tesla was going to hit 920, and it did. So I don't know if Tesla will hit 920s ever again, but I can sense that it might hit 1,000 in the near future. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about Moo. I got rid of my calls for 0114, profitable. The reason is because it's 2 weeks away, and Moo is, the volatility sometimes can hurt you. And I don't want to continue holding too close of a call, knowing that I want to go long on Moo. This bear bullish engulfing candlestick popping over to 1.618 level today. Perfect. 96.25 at the time of this recording. I'm looking for 100. This thing's going to 100 at some point. Okay. Could be this week, could be next week. We don't know. But did 2 days worth of consolidation, a little bull flag setup, and boom. Now tomorrow, just be careful. Can it consolidate? Can it dip? Yes. Okay. 92 is a support here so far. You can see 92.61 is a 1.32 retracement or fib level here. So just watch out for this. If it breaks that, it's gonna suck. But hopefully even 95.54 holds. If 95.54 holds, yeah, I'm gonna continue to hold my calls probably well into next year. All right. So with that being said, this will probably be my last video for the rest of the year. I hope to see all of you guys January 1, albeit I know quite a bit of you are taking off next year and leaving our TRT community. And I bid you farewell and wish you best of luck and success in your future endeavors. So for everybody else is staying, thank you. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys that you take the time to even watch this video. All right. So with that being said, if I don't see you guys for the rest of the year, well, Happy New Year, happy holidays, and